What's going on, YouTube? Back again with another fantasy show for you guys. All right, you got my boy Corey, you got the little brother Kev, and we here Fantasy Blitz talk about all that fantasy yada yada. All right. So for this episode, we're gonna talk about some of our likes and dislikes of the NFL draft that passed. Um, Talk about some of our favorite offseason moves and some teams that we think are going to rise, fall, and maybe give a little prediction on where they might end up this season. All right? All right, so for our first topic, we're going to go with some of our likes of the draft. I'll start. This is going to be pretty biased because I know you see all that shit back there. The Jets. Woo, I love how they drafted, all right? We end up getting 3 first rounders. Love them all. Sauce Gardner, if you got a name like Sauce, you know you got to be balling, bro. We were real aggressive there. I can't even be mad at the fact that we end up getting, what's his name, in the end of the fucking draft. I don't remember the nigga name.
At the end, or
yeah, at the end of the first round.
Oh, Jermaine Johnson.
Jermaine Johnson, he was still available. I don't know why that just slipped out my head, but yeah, the fact that he was still available. I was over here with all these motherfuckers, and they were like, "Yo, how the hell is still available?" I was like, "I don't know," but we picked him up. Another team that I like was the Detroit Lions. All right, so right now I don't think they're gonna do great, but what they did in the draft is completely on the right step on like how they got to rebuild. Like Aiden Hutchinson and their first pick. I love him. I like him a lot. The end that's gonna probably keep their defense somewhat intact, and then hopefully they just build around that better. Jameson Williams was a stud. Obviously, I don't think he's gonna play like the first 2 months.
Yeah, probably like the first 4 games or something like that.
First 4, I feel like it might be 6 with a ACL tear, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, it might be long, but I think he'll pan out for them. And then they went another D end in the beginning of the second round with Josh Pascal, and he was actually a beast too. All right, Corey, give me a team that you liked or something that you liked in the draft.
I like the Jets. You already said the Jets, though. Yeah, Sauce, Wilson, and a JJ.
Yes, sir.
I like the Ravens draft a lot too.
Really?
They got Kyle Hamilton and Linderbaum in the first round.
Word.
And those guys were like before the draft. They're like both like top 10 picks.
Bro,
wind up getting
that defense.
14,
I don't know what they always gotta make sure they get something about that defense, bro. That's crazy.
They're always gonna have some nasty motherfuckers.
Yeah, right. That defense, that Baltimore culture about defense is crazy.
I like the Kansas City draft. I like Sky Moore a lot. They got some defense, and I like the New Orleans draft. Chris Olave.
Yeah.
And that they got a good tackle.
Yeah. Well, you see now, I thought Sky Moore was taller, bro. I found out that man is 5'9". I'm like, what?
Yeah.
So I mean, I guess
he can move though.
Yeah, he can move. So what? They're gonna try to put him in like the Tyreek Hill like type move, or
I guess so, because he's like the only. Well, he's not the only one. They still have Hardman, but
Yeah.
Hardman's really not like that.
I feel like he could, but
And they got MVS.
yeah, but
So I guess he'll probably be the slot guy mostly.
no. So yeah, I mean,
But he's small,
like
but he's
him.
tough. I like him.
Yeah, I really did not realize the man was 5'9".
He has a great name too, Sky Moore.
Sky Moore, right? Kev, give me a couple likes that you liked in the draft.
Okay. One like I did like was Houston's draft. Because you went and spent your 2 draft picks on, very high caliber and talented players that you need for your offense, because you couldn't invest it in the off season for whatever reason. But I really like the Derek Stingley pick.
Bro, that one made me upset, bro.
Dude, oh my God. You want to talk about like how good he is? This man is a monster. He's nothing he can't do. If you ever see his highlights, just watch his highlights. And like, I know there's a lot of hype around, a lot of talk around like Sauce and Trent McDuffie.
Yeah.
But like Trent McDuffie hasn't like let a touchdown go by him in like a whole year or something like that. But Stingley does it all. He can hit, he can cover, and he's a great now like how you want to say like how he could flip his hips. How they say like the corner turns into a receiver after the ball's in the air. That's him. Like he's a ball hawk. There's nothing he can't do. He makes plays. So I think that's big for Houston if you want to be like relevant in a game and you got confidence in your D line, but you need something in secondary to like actually like if you could take away half the field, you'll be fine. Because this guy can tackle and make plays in the air, zone, man, you know. So
Now, my question to you, Kev. My question to
they
you,
got an offensive tackle, or offensive guard.
wait, Kev. So my question to you is like,
Yeah.
I know we talked about it during the draft, but who's better, Stingley or Sauce?
Stingley. I love Sauce Gardner, man. This is build and like the way he plays, but there's no corner I saw in the draft in the highlights. And I'm not taking anything away from all the corners in the draft, but there's no corner who played like Stingley did in LSU. Like everything. Like just something that Stingley couldn't do. Forced fumbles, tackle, big hits, incompletions, lockdown receivers, and picking people off. And he did it in the SEC. So now you know he's accomplished.
Yeah, that was the argument you made with me when we were at the draft party at the MetLife. We actually went to that. Yeah, he was making a whole argument about the what is it? Their ops, all their teams that they end up playing against was better than what Cincinnati ended up having to play. Which I give them that point, but my man's name is Sauce. All right, give me another team, Kev. Give me another team.
Okay, so another team I got for you is the New York Giants.
Okay.
Um, you gotta love Kayvon Thibodeau.
No, you don't.
To me, the next because they're talking about that the comparison was like OCU Manura. I'm like sure, but to me the next comparison is Michael Strahan. There's even
Michael Strahan. Michael Strahan's like 80 pounds heavier than this dude.
I know, but the way he plays, the way he comes off the ball and he uses his moves on offensive linemen, just look at it and compare it to Michael Strahan. You can look at Human Euro if you want to too. There's no real comparison to him and Human Euro except for the athleticism. But the way he controls the offensive line and uses his moves to pass an offensive lineman, the tackle or whoever, it's very Strahan-esque. And on top of that, I heard Strahan actually reached out to Kayvon Thibodeau, and he wants to be like his mentor and help him out with.
What the fuck does that mean? We're gonna give him each other hand jobs or something?
What?
Kayvon Thibodeau bust. You heard it here first.
Oh.
Bust. He's too light.
Him and Leonard Williams, like he already got it made.
Cool,
like he only has to do so much after that, and he's smart. Like if you hear him talk about how he uses his moves and what he does, he's very smart. He's
this
ahead
idiot's
of time.
calling him Strahan. Strahan's like 300 pounds, just bullying niggas. This dude's just gonna try to run past people and get thrown.
Oh,
too light.
stop.
He's too light, man.
In the
how much he weigh?
Versus who in the NFC East? The Commander.
I'm actually want to see that.
I mean, you guys get who's gonna block him? Lyle Collins, because he's not even in Dallas anymore.
Our sixth best offensive lineman? What are you talking about? Dude couldn't even start last year.
Yeah, I know. Didn't he get suspended? He was like suspended for life or something like that.
He like fucked up or something. It was like it's either drugs or like a team suspension. But he was out for 4 games and he never got his spot back. He let Terrence Steele beat him out.
Sheesh. So obviously it seems like we got a Thibodeau fucking hater.
Big time.
You gotta like the Evan Neal pick. You gotta get the offensive line because you haven't had one since Saquon Barkley stepped off to the field in New York. Get him somebody, get people who can block, and then give Daniel Jones some time so he doesn't have to run.
I don't know. I think this is the last chance he gets, bro. I think it's the last chance he gets.
But I just don't see anything like they haven't done enough for him as a quarterback to sit there and be judgmental. But at the same time, like people wouldn't even want you to spend that first round pick on him anyway. Because like he went to Duke and like I'm not sure about his coaching staff, but like what could he have been besides a system quarterback? So you bringing in head coaches and offensive coordinators.
So wait, Kev. Right. So I'm looking at Kayvon Thibodeau to go back to him. He's only 258 pounds.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if that's gonna be big enough.
He ain't pushing nobody around.
Athletic is F. 258 pounds and athletic and strong. Look at his numbers. Look at what
Right.
he's benching.
Anytime a Tyron throws him to the ground, I'm sending you that video.
Every time who?
Tyron Smith throws him to the ground.
Tyler Smith.
So now, so wait,
You
Kev.
guys drafted. Is that
Kev.
Tyler Smith or is that somebody else?
Tyron.
All pro,
Tyron
Hall of
Smith,
Famer.
Yeah.
You know him, 77.
All right, so let's try to move this along. Let's go with some of our dislikes of the draft. Let's go with you, Corey.
Thibodeau.
God damn.
Oh wow.
No, I'm just a hater. I'm just a hater. I'm man enough to admit that. I don't think he's gonna be that dude though. I don't think he's gonna be like a 15 sack guy. I think he's gonna be an 8 sack dude. He's not that bendy. He's not that fluid. He just has a lot of hype on Instagram. That's really it. That's all I see.
Oh, you see, so he's one of them flashy niggas that just like this clout and shit.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, that's what I get off of him. But I'm also a hater. Oh, I hated the Giants draft. I hated the Deadskins draft, the Commanders draft. I don't think Jahan Dotson's all that good. I think he's all right, but I don't think he's worth the.
What about Brian Robinson?
Brian Robinson, the running back. I guess he's going to take away from Antonio Gibson. I like him.
Yeah, right. I like
Alabama running backs, but I don't think he's going to play till later or once Gibson gets hurt.
Yeah, that's the only issue. I don't think he's going to see much time at all unless there's an injury.
And continuing the theme, I hate the Eagles. Why do you guys take Jordan Davis?
Bro, he's
dickheads.
he's naming everybody in the division that because he's a Cowboys fan, so he's naming all the fucking teams in that division that he hated their draft.
I mean, I like Jordan Davis, but fuck you guys forever. Devin Lloyd's gonna be a bust. Jordan Davis, he might be all right, but the Cowboys are still running all over you guys.
Damn. I'm gonna go with the Falcons. Sorry, Kev. I'm sorry. I didn't like that draft because
hater.
It's not hating. I mean, I feel like you guys need to build around your defense and then go offensively. So with your first pick, you went Drake London, and not to take anything away from Drake London. I like him, but I feel like his career is gonna die in Atlanta unless he gets the fuck out of there, bro. Like, your first round pick was a wide receiver. You don't have Matt Ryan anymore. You got Mariota at the quarterback. So like, let's give him a fucking receiver. Come on, bro. There was plenty in the free agency for them to pick up, and instead of drafting a wide receiver in the first round. I didn't like that. And then my question is Ritter really better than Willis?
I would say I say Willis has more of an upside.
Quarterback rating might be
better
but
right now, but even then,
how you gonna hate on Desmond Ritter? It's nothing he did wrong personally in Cincinnati. He made it to the national championship. He held down his 3
but Captain, this is going back to your point about fucking Stingley and Sauce. Sauce played in Cincinnati with fucking Ritter, so that means their competition wasn't all that good, right?
Liberty's competition is better.
I mean, I can't say that, but I mean, what shows you that Ritter is better than Willis?
Because Ritter is very decisive. All right, not that Malik Willis isn't. Malik Willis will put the ball down and go, but he's too quick to put the ball down and go. Desmond Ritter will extend the play with his eyes and his legs, and he can make those throws. He's always looking down the field. If you see some of the passes he throws, especially when he got a receiver like Alec Pierce running down the seam or doing a corner route or something like that, he's on point. He's good with it. You know what I mean? He's not giving up on the play. He can throw the tight windows. I don't think Malik Willis can throw the tight windows. Malik Willis has a rocket. Don't get me wrong.
Because he's black.
But Ritter will do both. He can sit in the pocket, extend the play with his eyes and legs, and if he has to run, he'll put the ball down and run. He's a smart quarterback. Not that Malik Willis isn't, but there's things that's said about quarterbacks who put the ball down and go. What? What's up?
Corey says it's because he's black.
I don't like black quarterbacks. No.
Coming
from
the Falcons fan who loved Michael Vick.
Doesn't Ritter have?
Yeah, he's got to be like half black, half white, right, Ritter?
Desmond.
Now, why you didn't see his family at the draft party?
I honestly assumed he was half because his name was Desmond. I don't know a lot of white Desmonds.
Another dislike about the draft. I don't even know if I dislike this. It was a like for you, Baltimore. I don't know if I like it, if I hate it. I'm gonna have to go on the dislike side only because, my nigga, how many defensive pieces do you need on that squad, bro? It's like every year it's the same thing. Their defensive depth chart just gets deeper and deeper and deeper. I'm like, bro, like, how about do something offensively for once? I understand that Lamar Jackson isn't the greatest passer.
Offensive lineman.
Yeah, I mean, offensive lineman. I'm talking about, like, some more weapons, especially the fact that, Marquise Brown left. You know what I mean? Like, they could have went after, what's his name? What's the guy? Sky Moore if they wanted to. Or they could have went after fucking Christian Watson. But no, they was like, you know what? We're just going to keep stacking on defense. I don't know if I like that move at all. They
took 2 tight ends in the 4th round. That's pretty much it.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. So, like, they didn't really do much on offense. So, it's like, I like the fact that they did do shit for defensively, but offensively, what the fuck did you do? So, like, that's one of the dislikes I have. Kev, give me a team that you disliked in that draft.
The team that I disliked was Minnesota. The reason why is because you had a good spot where you were. I forgot where it was. Maybe it was like 20 or something like that. And they traded down with Kansas City. But they traded down with Kansas City to pick for draft picks and to pick the position that Kansas City picked. You could have got a better corner instead of picking Louis Cine or even safety. Instead of picking Louis Cine, you let Trent McDuffie go. And I think you let Kyle Hamilton go because I'm pretty sure Baltimore picked a few picks after that.
I mean, the only thing I could say is who cares about Minnesota? Yeah. No, that's the only thing I could say, bro.
But I'm just saying, why would you trade down for an extra draft pick for no reason when you're going to pick the same skill position that you're going to pick? So you're going to let all these good players go for no reason just to pick up a safety and a cornerback the next 2 picks and let Kyle Hamilton and Trent McDuffie walk, and I think there's one more corner that went before them that was actually pretty decently good too.
Well, didn't Patrick Peterson end up going back?
Yeah, he went back, sure, but you went and got Andrew Booth. You traded down to get Louis Cine and Andrew Booth Jr.
Yeah, but I mean, Booth ain't that bad.
Huh?
Booth ain't that bad.
I'm not saying he's bad. I'm not saying they're bad picks, but at the same time, like, why would you trade down if that was your intention in the first place? You don't want the best player at that skill position. You want to trade down for another draft pick instead and lose the best player, the player who's better than those 2 guys, or the players that are better than those 2 guys.
Maybe they figured, the one player wasn't worth the 2 that they end up getting.
The one player wasn't worth the 2 that they were getting?
Yeah. Meaning like they could have drafted that guy at that best position, but then, you know what I mean? They were like, you know what, let's trade back, get an extra pick, and get 2 guys we actually like. You know what I mean?
I got you, but they let McDuffie go. They let Kyer Elam go. Just to name 2 of the cornerbacks that they let pass instead of drafting when they went and drafted Louis Cine, and they decided that they were going to be set on whatever the guy. They let Kyler Gordon go. Jalen Petrie, but Roger McCreary, Jalen Petrie, if you want to argue and say whatever, and then they got Andrew Booth Jr. But you're gonna let McDuffie, Gordon, and Kyer Elam go before you want to get Andrew Booth Jr. or Louis Cine.
Hey, I mean, that goes back to my point about who cares about the Vikings. Sorry, any Minnesota fans.
Same, like, fine. Whatever, same thing.
We got a guest on the show. That's Flex. Little pussy. Little pussy. Kev, give me another team you disliked during that draft.
Another team I disliked. It was hard to actually, pick people pick a team. One, because like a lot of teams didn't do that bad, but Arizona was kind of like questionable because they went and got Trey McBride. I'm like, you had Max Williams. He was doing all right before he got hurt, so you went and got Zach Ertz. Zach Ertz is still there, and I'm not sure about Max Williams. He still may be there, but I don't see how. Like, what are you? Then you went and got.
Maybe they're just building depth on it. You know what I mean? Just in case, or if they want to go in 2 tight end sets. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So you just lost hope on Max Williams, and then you just want to draft Trey McBride. Like this guy's like the best tight end in the draft, and they spent their 2nd-round pick on the best tight end in the draft. I don't know. Like that's kind of like that. Like teams that would need a tight end, it makes sense for. But the number 1 tight end in the draft, you picked them for whatever reason because you didn't need to address anything else. No offensive line, no backup running back. You know, with your 2nd-round pick, that could actually help you. You know, further. You lost Chandler Jones. You didn't want to draft a linebacker at that point. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're gonna settle for the best tight end in the draft? Like, what kind of sense does that make to me personally?
They do. You're right. They do still have Max Williams,
and he was doing good before he got hurt. Like, sure, the guy is skillful, and when you talk about best available, then that's the type of people that you want to get. But when you don't need it and it's not necessary, is like, what's the point of that?
I mean, yeah, teams do that, but like I said, it's maybe just to add depth, and then maybe they end up cutting Max Williams if Trey McBride is actually that nice. But other than that, so that's
loaded on offense. You got Hollywood. You're gonna get Hopkins when he comes back. You know what I mean? Then you got a young Rondale.
They trying to make the modern day Kansas City Chiefs out here, bro.
Seriously, I'm like, but then it's gonna reflect on you a couple of seasons down the road when like there's salary cap issues, or you got to cut somebody, or you did all this for no reason. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Like, sure, best available all day, but at the same time, I think there's a line when there's other people that you could have addressed and got, you know, who's not. I understand. Number 1 tight end is always going to beat like the number 5th linebacker, defensive end, tackle, cornerback. Sure, but I still don't agree with that.
All right, so that's gonna be it for our likes and dislikes of the draft. We're gonna go next to some of our favorite offseason moves. Kev, I'm gonna let you start with that. Some of your favorite offseason moves.
This is my number 1. My favorite offseason move is Atlanta. Why, you ask? Because the coach's name is Arthur Smith.
Oh my God!
He was the OC in Tennessee when Marcus Mariota was there. All right, you let Matt Ryan go, sure, but you made the right move because you're not letting go of the next season. You're saying, hey, I got a few tricks, I got some skilled players behind me, and I'm gonna bring in somebody I know, who I can trust. I know what he's capable of, and we're gonna build this offense that not from scratch, but you're gonna take the scraps that you have and you're gonna put it together because you know it works. I think that's a brilliant move.
So give me some other ones.
Cincinnati, they went and go get Alex Kappa. You know, I mean, you can talk about a lot of cons if you want to, and they got another guy. I forgot the guy's name. Something Trek something or whatever, or Track. I forgot his name. But you went and beefed up the offensive line for a reason, because you made it to the Super Bowl and your quarterback got sacked 50 times in one season, and you lost the Super Bowl because Aaron Donald sacked you. That's another brilliant move, because there's nothing specifically you need to do. You build off one thing, and in the draft you assess the issues after that. So I commemorate Cincinnati. I think everybody's scared of Cincinnati this upcoming season. They're gonna do some big things, and you still got a defense that's there, and they're building off of it. And they got Daxton Hill in the draft, so you could tell that they want to do something in the secondary and like start shutting shit down.
All right, give me one more. Give me one more of your favorite offseason.
I could have went either way with these. I just wanted to leave some room for anybody who wanted to go with the easy route or the shortcut, but I went with New Orleans. They got Tyrann Mathieu, the Honey Badger from LSU.
Yeah, but that man is old. He's always getting hurt.
It don't matter because when he's on the field,
it don't matter.
Hurt, he's a
old,
fucking factor. And then you went and you got Jarvis Landry, another LSU guy.
Another 3.4 yard to catch guy.
Another 3.4 yards to catch guy.
And
yeah, why?
I like that.
Because you know Jameis Winston was not. He probably threw the least. Besides the fact he got hurt, whatever. But they said like he was throwing the ball like 15 times a game. The other time they were running the ball, doing blah blah. But he was efficient. He had like 12 touchdowns and one interception, or 15 touchdowns and one interception, off like the fewest pass attempts ever. So what do? You get Michael Thomas back, you add a Jarvis Landry, and you'll draft the wide receiver in the draft, and you beef up your defense. You already got Cameron Jordan, you got Demario Davis, who's turning into a beast-ass linebacker. You got one of the best corners in the game, and now you got one of the best safeties in the game.
True.
New Orleans says they know what they're doing. They said we're going to take a lot of time to score, and we're going to keep that offense on the other side off the field. Keep the ball in our hands. So,
all right. I mean, I like that. I didn't even think of New Orleans, but yeah. I mean, my thing is just like I'm still iffy about Winston, but whatever.
Yeah.
My favorite offseason moves, one would be the LA Chargers, all right?
Mm-hmm.
They end up getting Khalil Mack and J.C. Jackson. Their defense wasn't horrible. It wasn't the best. But with those two moves, bro, now their defense can match that elite offense, bro. I think those motherfuckers are going to make some noise in that division, bro. Not to say they haven't, but now that division got even more beefed up, bro, so they need to keep up, especially defensively. Another one I liked was Indianapolis. I love the Matt Ryan trade. I loved it. Fucking now you got such an upgrade from Carson Wentz. Matt Ryan, gunslinger. Watch out, Michael Pittman. That man's gonna be a beast. I'm saying it here first. Top 5 receiver at the end of the season. Top 5 receiver, Michael Pittman. And another one I liked was this one's pretty obvious. Devontae Adams to Oakland. Now we got to see if Derek Carr is gonna produce at an elite level talent, because obviously you go from Aaron Rodgers to Derek Carr, total downgrade. But they have so much rapport, they have a chemistry, they're fucking roommates, you know what I mean? They're boys. Basically, he said that they're family, you know what I mean? So I feel like right then and there, that's just gonna kick off and it's gonna go bonanza. Especially now, like I said, that the Chargers got that defense upgraded. They're gonna need it for that Devontae Adams. I'm telling you that much. C, give me some of your favorite offseason moves.
My favorite offseason move was Tyreek Hill to the Dolphins.
Why is that your favorite though?
I think Tyreek just changes everything. It's if he catches the ball and one person, not even makes one person miss, if he is able to run, and nobody is catching him. You're not going to play too high, or you have to play too high. So it's going to be 7 in the box, so you can run the ball. They got some running backs now, so hopefully that should work out for them. Listen, with him and Waddle, it's illegal. That's illegal speed on the team. It don't make no sense. You can't single cover any of them.
That's true.
And if they know what they're doing, they should run away with that division, man.
I don't know about that. With my just coming up,
I think they're Buffalo 2.0. Yeah. Well, Miami 2.0 Buffalo.
Well, give me another one, see.
I like Allen Robinson. He hasn't been anything in a while, but when he was on the Jaguars, he was like baby Randy Moss to me.
Yeah.
And I feel like on the Rams that can come back.
Yeah.
You know what? Amari Cooper. If you can get Amari Cooper for a 5th rounder, because the fucking team is so stupid they want to trade Amari Cooper for a 5th rounder, you win. You're good.
That's his squad, by the way. That's his squad he's talking about.
And I also like the Marquise Brown thing, because I just feel like the Cardinals are going to be super fast.
Right, they definitely want that on their team.
Especially when the Hopkins comes back, hopefully.
Yeah,
that's what I have, though.
All right, so those were our favorite off-season moves. I did have Marquise Brown as one of them, but I was like, I know one of y'all gonna have it, so I'll let y'all have that. Next, for our last one, we're gonna talk about some of our teams that we think are gonna rise, some teams that we think are gonna fall. I'll start. I think the Colts. That's a rising team. That's a team that I think my prediction is gonna win that division. Houston, no way. Tennessee be their only competition, and Jacksonville, no way. You know what I mean? So I feel like they can overcome Tennessee if they. I mean, their defense is stout, so all they have to do is contain Derrick Henry really, and then force Tannehill to throw the ball, force him into doing some stupid shit. I think they'll be fine. Another one is the Chargers. Obviously, like I said, they move on defense. That division is fucking crazy, but they're going to find some way to make the playoffs. I guarantee you. If it's a wild card, whatever, they're gonna make it. I don't see them winning it, but they're gonna make the playoffs. And the last one would be the Broncos, same division. Mm-hmm. Obviously, the Russell Wilson move, great. That should have been one of my favorite offseason moves, but I have some flaws about what's it called? Russell Wilson. My prediction on them, like I said, is going to be a hard division, but I don't think they're going to finish last in the division. So that means that's leaving what? Oakland or Kansas City? You never know. Kev, give me some of your rising teams. Kev, you got to make it quick because you run out of time.
Tennessee is one. You added some good players. I like the Raiders. You beef up the defense. You got Devontae Adams, and you giving Derek Carr the weapons. Jesus, the first 4 games he was killing it. Had the most yards in the league. So, and I mean, you took a lot of mine. If I had to pick one more, it's my bias, but to me, it's Atlanta.
No.
I think they're gonna repeat the same record better. I think you're not ready for what they're about to do in the league.
What was their record last year?
You're gonna be surprised after they do. The schedule is not that hard.
Kev, what was their record last year?
They were like
7-9 or 8, or something like that, or 7-10 or something like that.
You think it's gonna be better than that? Do you think they're gonna be over 500 this year?
I think they can meet 500. Yeah.
They can't meet 500. 17 games.
Oh, true. Yeah, they're no over.
All right.
You on drugs, man?
He might be. He might be. See, give me some rising teams.
My rising teams, you guys took a lot of them, but I have the Jets and the Dolphins.
Jets and Dolphins. Dolphins, I see why. Dude, making that point about
the Jets flirting with 500.
Yeah.
That's yeah.
I hate the fact that we gotta use the flirt around 500. Why can't we just say above 500? Come on.
Because your division is fucking loaded.
I know it's gonna be rough out here for Jets fans.
Man.
I'll tell you that much. All right, and then we're gonna go to our falling teams. See, give me some.
I have Seattle.
Whoa, yeah, obviously, yeah.
The Steelers.
Okay.
And I have the Packers. I think the Packers are gonna fall off.
Fall off?
Yeah.
What? They just only lost Devontae Adams.
That was their whole offense.
Oh man, we end up losing Kev, but we end up finish it off. Some of my falling teams. I got Carolina. They're going to be last in the division. I don't give a fuck. Unless they make some type of QB move, which I don't see right away is going to happen. Seattle, like you said, I'm pretty sure they're going to probably trade DK, bro. They have to. They got to free my nigga, bro. And then Cleveland. I mean, Watson, I think Watson's better than fucking Baker Mayfield. I would hope, but right now, they would have to still build everything, all that chemistry around the team, and for all we know, Watson's probably not going to play all year. So that's going to be a whole nother year. You got to wait for it. So those are my predictions on those falling teams. So that's going to be it for this episode. Thank y'all for watching. Don't forget, like, comment, subscribe, all that jazz. And it's your boy Frankie J, Corey, obviously Kevin cut out, but we out. Peace.